Tracey Walker, and today I'm reading a chapter from my book, The Cards I Was Dealt That Transformed My Life. And today's chapter will be chapter 23. My soul is on fire. I started off the new year at a new school, taking on a 1-year contract for a teacher who wanted to try something else. I knew some stuff because, as a student, I'd worked in the office before stepping into my own university degree. The support I received from them was wonderful. The level of understanding about what I was going through and the loss I was feeling is something I will always appreciate. However, at the same time, I always had to be the professional and see things through. This is who I was. I was fine as long as people didn't ask me how I was. As soon as I heard that question, those thoughts rose up, and in my mind, and I was a goner. The tears would start and I couldn't turn them off. It didn't matter where I was or who I was with. I'd like to prescribe you an antidepressant, my doctor said. I didn't see that as a solution. Besides, I'd seen what those types of medications can do to people, and I definitely wasn't going down that path. I'd always been the sort of person who searches for an alternative to pills. Relaxation music worked for me. When I went to bed, I'd play it to help me fall asleep, and if I stirred during the night, I'd just reach over to the remote and click play. This worked really well because I could do it automatically before my brain completely woke. It still works for me today. It stops the chatter from taking over and sending me down that rabbit hole where I can get lost for hours. At work, I was keeping it together as best I could. But when I came home, it was a different matter. I'd be alone in this very big house, without the man I was going to spend the rest of my life with. An empty house where our hopes and dreams were replaced by questions with no answers. Was I being punished? Where did I go wrong? Was I not worthy of having a happy, loving relationship? Even the one answer I desperately needed was taken away from me. Why did the accident happen? The accident investigation and inquest could not find a reason. The loss of everything I'd ever dreamed of and the lack of justification for this accident was something I had to come to terms with. It's not unique to me. I knew that. It's a process everyone goes through in their own time and their own way. There is no quota or time limit for the stages of grief. In time, I decided I needed to fulfill our dreams myself. I needed to action all the things we'd discussed prior to the accident, such as what we wanted to do to our new home we'd just moved into. A friend came to paint the inside of the house. I also engaged a number of tradies to come and complete our vision of what we'd wanted in our home. It took years to do everything we'd talked about, but as I achieved each goal, it felt like we'd done it together. A tiny piece of me healed. The reflection of that. The stages of grief I had to work through are the same for everyone. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. The difference is the amount of time it took. For me, it was 5 years before I really came to terms with what had happened. 5 years until I reached the stage of acceptance. It still saddens me to think about what we could have had, but it wasn't to be. Instead, I have all the wonderful memories we shared together and I know He still watches over me. They say some people live 90 years and others live 1 year 90 times. I believe the two of us lived 1 year 90 times, because what we put into the time we had together, some people never do in a lifetime. I'm extremely grateful to have had that time together. No one can take that away from me. I've arrived at a place where I can look at my life's journey as a learning. Maybe I'm still here because I have a job to do. Maybe I can take my learnings and challenge and use them to inspire and empower others to see things in a different way. This is my journey. Many people have poor me stories. I have many: hard childhood, cheating husband, abusive partner, love of my life taken. It would be easy to play this story again and again. There are many people out there who would take control of the situation for me. Their hearts may be in the right place. They don't recognize my need to stand on my own 2 feet, make my own decisions. Do you have a poor me story? What are you going to do about it? And I'll leave you with this thought. I've learned that our background and our circumstances may have influenced who we are, but we are responsible for who we become. Anonymous.